In an era where oversharing has become almost second nature, have you ever stopped to consider the true cost of exposing too much of yourself? Picture this. The legendary Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most revered Stoic philosophers, meticulously journaling his private thoughts in what would later become meditations. He did so not to share them with the world, but to remind himself of the principles he lived by, even in the solitude of his thoughts. This brings us to a profound Stoic principle: never expose yourself. Today we'll explore how this timeless wisdom can help us protect our inner selves in an age of constant exposure. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever felt vulnerable after sharing too much? If so, you're not alone. Consider hitting that subscribe button to join our community, where we delve into practical philosophy and self-improvement. Let's journey together through the nuanced art of guarding our inner fortress, a skill that can transform how we navigate life's challenges. As we venture into the depths of this Stoic teaching, we'll uncover how maintaining discretion and emotional resilience can be your greatest shield. But before we get there, imagine a world where every thought and emotion is kept in check, not repressed, but wisely managed. How different would your daily interactions be? Stay tuned as we unravel these insights, revealing how small shifts in our mindset can lead to profound changes in our lives. And here's a teaser for what's coming up. Have you ever wondered why some people seem unfazed by adversity, while others crumble under the slightest pressure? The answer lies in a simple yet powerful practice, one that we'll explore in detail. So, don't go anywhere. What's next might just change the way you see your own resilience. 1. Understanding the principle of never expose yourself. Imagine you're living in ancient Rome, a bustling metropolis filled with intrigue and political maneuvering. Amidst this environment, a Stoic philosopher might advise you to keep your thoughts close, revealing only what is necessary. This advice isn't about hiding who you are. Rather, it's a strategy for maintaining inner peace and resilience. The principle of never expose yourself is rooted in the belief that we should guard our emotional and intellectual vulnerabilities from unnecessary exposure, much like a general guarding a fortress against unnecessary battles. Let's bring this ancient wisdom into today's world. Think about how often we share our innermost thoughts on social media, in casual conversations, or even with strangers. While openness can foster connection, it can also leave us exposed to misunderstandings, judgment, or even manipulation. The Stoics understood that not every aspect of our lives needs to be on display. They believed in the power of discretion, choosing wisely what to share and what to keep private. This isn't about being secretive. It's about being strategic and thoughtful in our interactions. Now, consider a modern analogy: a skilled poker player. They never reveal their hand too soon. In life, as in poker, showing too much can give others the upper hand. The Stoic approach encourages us to maintain a calm and composed exterior, even when facing challenges. This doesn't mean repressing emotions, but rather managing them in a way that protects our well-being and maintains our focus on what truly matters. As we delve deeper, think about your own life. How often do you feel the pressure to share everything you're going through? Reflect on moments when keeping certain thoughts to yourself might have been the wiser choice. This idea of guarding one's inner self is not about detachment, but about protecting your inner peace and making deliberate, thoughtful choices. Next, we'll explore the power of emotional control and how mastering our reactions can lead to a more resilient and composed life. we'll look at real-world examples and practical techniques to help you cultivate this vital skill. So, stay with us as we unravel the secrets of Stoic resilience and discover how you can apply these ancient strategies to navigate modern life's ups and downs. 2. Emotional control and resilience. Imagine being at the helm of a great ship, navigating through a stormy sea. The waves are fierce, and the winds are unpredictable. In such a situation, panic and impulsive decisions could lead to disaster. But if the captain remains calm and composed, steering the ship with steady hands, the crew is reassured, and the ship stays on course. This analogy perfectly encapsulates the Stoic approach to emotional control, a cornerstone of resilience. The Stoics believed that our emotions, like the stormy sea, can be turbulent and overwhelming. However, they taught that we have the power to control our responses. Consider the famous story of Cato the Younger, a Stoic philosopher known for his unwavering integrity. When he faced political opposition and public slander, Cato remained calm and composed, never allowing his emotions to dictate his actions. This self-mastery not only protected his dignity, but also inspired respect from even his adversaries. In today's world, where emotional outbursts are often encouraged as a form of authenticity, the Stoic practice of emotional regulation may seem counterintuitive, yet it offers profound benefits. By controlling our emotions, we prevent hasty reactions that we might later regret. It allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively, turning potential conflicts into opportunities for constructive dialogue. Imagine the last time you reacted impulsively. How might the outcome have been different if you had paused, taken a deep breath, and responded with calm? To illustrate, let's consider a common scenario: receiving critical feedback at work. It's easy to feel defensive or hurt, leading to a hasty response. However, a Stoic would take a moment to reflect, separating the emotional reaction from the situation. They might even thank the critic for the feedback, viewing it as an opportunity for growth. This shift in perspective not only diffuses potential tension, but also demonstrates maturity and resilience. As you ponder this concept, ask yourself, how do you usually react to stress or criticism? Are there situations where keeping your emotions in check could lead to better outcomes? By practicing emotional control, we not only protect our inner peace, but also cultivate a resilience that helps us navigate life's challenges with grace. In the next section, we'll delve into the value of discretion and privacy, exploring how selectively sharing information can safeguard our well-being and maintain our integrity. Stay tuned as we uncover practical ways to practice discretion in a world that often demands transparency. This next part will provide you with actionable insights to protect your inner self, just as a fortress guards against external threats. 3. The value of discretion and privacy. Imagine being in a medieval castle with thick stone walls and a sturdy gate, keeping the outside world at bay. The castle's defenses are not just physical barriers, but also strategic choices about who to let in and what to keep hidden. Similarly, in our modern lives, discretion and privacy act as these metaphorical walls, protecting our inner selves from unnecessary exposure. Let's take a historical perspective. Consider the secretive nature of the Renaissance artist Leonardo da Vinci. Known for his mysterious smile on the Mona Lisa and cryptic notes written backward, da Vinci valued his privacy. His discretion not only protected his innovative ideas from being stolen, but also allowed him to explore his thoughts freely without public scrutiny. This illustrates the power of keeping some aspects of our lives and thoughts guarded. In today's digital age, the concept of discretion has never been more relevant. We live in a world where sharing personal information is as easy as clicking a button. Yet, with this ease comes risk. Oversharing can lead to unwanted judgments, misunderstandings, and even potential security threats. Consider the last time you saw a controversial post online. How often have such posts sparked outrage or controversy, often leading to more harm than good? The Stoics taught that we should be mindful of what we share and with whom. This is not about hiding our true selves, but rather about being judicious in our disclosures. It's akin to the concept of strategic vulnerability, sharing just enough to connect with others without giving away too much. For instance, when dealing with sensitive topics like personal struggles or achievements, consider who genuinely needs to know. This practice helps maintain our peace of mind and protects our personal boundaries. Let's engage with a practical question. Have you ever regretted sharing something too personal, whether online or in a conversation? Reflect on how different the situation might have been if you had kept that information private. This thought exercise helps us appreciate the value of discretion and how it can safeguard our mental and emotional well-being. As we move forward, think about how you can incorporate discretion into your daily life. Whether it's setting boundaries on social media or being selective about whom you confide in, these practices can enhance your sense of security and control. Up next, we'll delve into the concept of self-sufficiency and independence, exploring how developing these traits can fortify your inner fortress even further. We'll discuss practical steps to cultivate self-sufficiency, providing you with tools to become more resilient and independent. So, stay tuned as we continue to uncover the profound teachings of Stoicism. 4. Self-sufficiency and independence. Picture a lone tree standing tall on a windswept hill. Despite being exposed to the elements, it stands firm, its roots deep and strong. This tree symbolizes the essence of self-sufficiency and independence, a core Stoic ideal. The Stoics believed that true strength comes from within, not from external circumstances or validation. Let's delve into history with the story of Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers. Despite his humble beginnings and limited freedom, Epictetus mastered the art of self-sufficiency. He taught that while we cannot control external events, we have full command over our responses and attitudes. This inner freedom is the foundation of true independence. He famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle teaches us that self-sufficiency isn't about isolating ourselves, but about cultivating an inner resilience that enables us to thrive, regardless of external conditions. In our modern lives, self-sufficiency can manifest in many forms. It might mean developing practical skills like cooking or financial management, which allow us to live independently. It could also involve emotional independence, relying on our inner values and principles rather than seeking constant approval or support from others. Consider the last time you faced a significant life decision. How much did you rely on others' opinions versus your own judgment? Reflecting on this can help you gauge your level of self-sufficiency. One practical approach to cultivating self-sufficiency is through continuous learning and self-improvement. For instance, if you've ever felt overwhelmed by managing finances, taking a basic financial literacy course can empower you. This small step towards independence can alleviate stress and build confidence. Additionally, setting personal goals and working towards them, independent of external validation, strengthens this Stoic ideal. Whether it's mastering a new skill or setting a fitness goal, these pursuits foster a sense of accomplishment and inner strength. Let's engage with this idea. How often do you depend on external sources for your sense of self-worth? What steps can you take to build more self-reliance? These questions encourage introspection and highlight the importance of nurturing an independent mindset. As we prepare to explore the next section, think about the role of acceptance in your life. How often do you resist reality, wishing things were different? In the following part, we'll delve into the Stoic practice of acceptance, embracing what we cannot change and focusing on what we can. This mindset shift is crucial for maintaining inner peace and resilience. So, stay with us as we continue our journey through the powerful teachings of Stoicism, uncovering practical wisdom that can transform your everyday life. 5. Acceptance and facing reality. Imagine a river, calm and steady, flowing through a landscape. When obstacles like rocks and fallen trees disrupt its path, the river doesn't resist. It simply flows around them, continuing its journey. This natural fluidity mirrors the Stoic philosophy of acceptance, embracing the realities of life without futile resistance. The ancient Stoics, like the philosopher Epictetus, emphasized that true peace comes from accepting things as they are, not as we wish them to be. Consider the story of Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who ruled a period of constant wars and despite facing immense pressure and personal loss, Marcus maintained his composure, often reflecting on the transient nature of life. His meditations. He reminded himself that suffering and joy are a part of the human experience, that accepting this reality leads to inner tranquility. His perspective was grounded in the understanding that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions to them. In our modern lives, the principle of acceptance can be transformative. We often encounter situations that are beyond our control, like a sudden job loss, a relationship ending, or even global events like a pandemic. The Stoic approach advises us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. This doesn't mean passivity or resignation, but rather an active engagement with life as it is. For instance, instead of lamenting a missed opportunity, a Stoic would assess the situation, learn from it, and move forward with a renewed perspective. Let's bring this closer to home with a relatable example. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. The initial reaction might be frustration or anger, but how does that help? By accepting the situation and perhaps using the time to listen to an insightful podcast or practice deep breathing, you turn an uncontrollable event into a moment of personal growth. This shift in perspective is at the heart of Stoic acceptance, acknowledging that some things are beyond our control and choosing to respond constructively. As we ponder this, ask yourself, what areas of your life do you find hardest to accept? Is it a challenging work situation, a difficult relationship, or perhaps an unexpected life change? Reflecting on these areas can help you identify where you might need to practice more acceptance. Next, we'll delve into how these Stoic principles can be applied to cultivate a resilient mindset. We'll explore practical strategies for building resilience, drawing from the Stoics' wisdom on facing adversity with grace and fortitude. Stay with us as we continue to uncover how ancient philosophies can provide profound insights into modern challenges, helping us navigate life's complexities with a calm and steady mind. As we wrap up this journey through the Stoic principle of never expose yourself, it's essential to remember that Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or isolating ourselves from others. Instead, it's about cultivating a strong inner core that isn't easily shaken by external events. The stories of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and other Stoics have shown us that true resilience comes from within, from our ability to control our reactions, practice discretion, embrace self-sufficiency, and accept reality as it is. Think about the last time you faced a challenging situation. How did you respond? Were you able to maintain your composure, or did you feel overwhelmed? Reflecting on these moments helps us understand where we stand in our journey toward Stoic resilience. As we continue to apply these teachings, we can better navigate the complexities of modern life, building a foundation of peace and strength that withstands even the fiercest storms. Now we invite you to share your thoughts. Have you ever practiced Stoic principles in your life? How did it help you manage a challenging situation? Leave your experiences in the comments below. We love hearing your stories and insights, as they enrich our community's understanding and application of these timeless teachings. If you found this exploration of Stoic wisdom valuable, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll join a community dedicated to self-improvement and philosophical inquiry. Together, we can continue exploring how ancient philosophies can offer practical guidance in our everyday lives. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Stoicism. Stay curious, stay resilient, and remember, the only fortress you truly need to protect is the one within. Until next time, keep reflecting and growing.